Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So today is a big one. We are going to attempt to get the car started today, and normally this wouldn't be an issue, but with this being a hybrid car, there are a lot more challenges than just getting the petrol engine to start. So this car has a petrol engine and an electric motor. The electric motor is disabled and we have to get some bits to get it started. So we're going to crack on with this episode. And this episode is a very interesting one from the point of view that I've had a lot of challenges with this car this week. Let me explain. So if you recall from our episode last week, you remember me showing you this component here. This is a very important part of the car. In here is a little switch that without that switch in there, you cannot get this or this to start. Okay, so we need to get this piece here, but first of all we need to understand what the part is, and why that part is so important is because of this. There you go. The hybrid system is stopped and we can't start it without that part. Now, if you remember last week, I had a few theories of why that plug isn't in the car. But after some extensive research, I can now tell you why that plug isn't in the car. And in fact, my original thinking that the emergency services would have taken it out is absolutely false. Let me show you why that part is no longer in the car. So up here, this is the top of the dash, or sorry, it's the top of the roof. You can see this button here. It's an SOS button. A lot of VWs have them on the newer style ones, and there's a mechanical button there. Now, if the car is in an accident, the SOS button comes active. The car detects that there's an accident, and what it does is it calls Volkswagen Assistance. Volkswagen Assistance can track and tell you where the car is, and then they can ask you if you want the emergency services. Once you call the emergency services, Volkswagen will then arrange for the car to be picked up. And of course, it's a great service because not only will Volkswagen pick up your car and bring it back to one of their depots or workshops, but they'll also contact your insurance company and let them know that the vehicle is there. Now, this is where things get really interesting because they'll do an assessment, being a main dealer, and the insurance company are happy for the main dealer to do that assessment because they are best prepared to do that. But as part of that assessment, Volkswagen will disconnect that little connector, and if it isn't already, put the car into crash shutdown mode. And what that does is it disables the hybrid system completely, so the vehicle can't be started unless those two components are reversed. And here lies the big problem. Because when someone like me or you come in and buy a salvage vehicle that's already been assessed by Volkswagen, you can't get the car started. So, after doing some extensive research and discovering this, I figured, right, no problem, I'll phone Volkswagen and get the part. And this is what happened. Oh hi, is that VW Parts Department? Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but it's for a Golf GTE 2018 model, and it's the isolator that cuts off the hybrid system, or shuts down the electricity system, if that makes sense. Is that something that you would have in stock? Very interesting, sir. I'm not sure what the part is, but let me just have a quick chat with my master tech. No! Yeah, just had a quick chat with him, and he said to me that we can't sell you the part. We need to get a look at the car and take a look and assess it ourselves. Really? So you have to have a look at the car, but the reason why I need the part is because the car won't move without it. So how am I supposed to get the car to you? Oh yeah, good point that. Let me just check with my master tech and see what he says.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, my master tech says we need to see the car, sir, so we can't sell you the part. Sorry, but I guess you can go to TPS, they'll get you the part. Oh, okay, yeah, no worries, I'll do that. Just give me the part number, I'll go down to TPS and then I can just get the part. So can I have the part number, please? Okay, so let me just check with my master tech.
Please, no! No! No!
Sorry sir, master tech said no, we're not allowed to give you the number. Really? So let me get this right. I have to get the car to you, but I can't get the car to you because without that part, the car doesn't work.
We are getting aggravated. Yes, we are.
And your master tech won't give me the part, so I can go and get the part from TPS. That's what you're saying, right? Pretty much, sir. Is there anything else we can help you with? No? Okay. Have a nice day. And that was it. Volkswagen refused to sell me the part. Essentially, what Volkswagen have done there is they're doing a Tesla. They're saying that in Tesla, they do a similar thing. They won't sell you parts for cars that are salvage vehicles. And I kind of get it from a safety point of view. Electricity, after all. You know, it packs a punch and it will kill you if you don't know what you're doing. But this is a part that is under very low voltage. And what it does is it enables or energizes the system so that it does work. And I told him that I was trade, and he understood that, and then said to me to go to TPS, but refused to give me the part number. Wow, so that kind of leaves me stuck because I couldn't find the part number for that anywhere on the internet. But obviously Volkswagen haven't heard of the internet because I decided to do the following. So I went to my favorite search engine, which happens to be Google, and I just typed out my favorite forum, which happens to be VCDS. And then from here, I did the following. So I did a bit of a searching, and I came across this post here, as you can see on screen, showing me the exact same parts. That this is the bit that I needed. And further down, I got a nice picture. So the way that this works is when it pulls out, it isolates the system, and then you've got this hole here where this chap's finger is. You put a padlock on there, and then you can work on the system. You have to wait, I believe, around 2 to 3 minutes for the system to de-energize, and then you can work. So I thought, right, that's the part, but what is it called? So I then did the following. So I went to the search engine and I put in the part number. Does anyone know what the part number is for the system? So can someone tell me what the part number is, or the official name of the disconnector, because that's what they called it, a disconnector. And I just sat down and wait, and then within 3 hours I got this. So someone came back and said it is called a drive motor inverter connector high voltage. Clicked on it, and that brought me to here. And here it is, a drive motor inverter connector, and this is the part number. Simple. That's it. We now have the part number. You can see it's about $7.30 as well. A couple of days later, TPS rings me up and say, hey, we got your part, come and collect it. And I go and collect it, and this is what it looks like. And there it is. So essentially you get two bits. You get the actual connector, so you can use that again because it assumes that this has been damaged. And then this is the little plug that plugs in, and it's quite interesting because there's a little lever here, so when you try and plug that in, you cannot push it in until you lever that up. And again, that is a safety mechanism to stop someone from accidentally pushing it in, unless the vehicle has been unless you intend to really use that. So now that we've got the part, let's go and fit it to the GTE. Right, so let's fit this part into the vehicle. So we've got a pair of tweezers, and that's to lift up the panel. So we put that in. Then what we've got to do is we need to put that in there like so. Then that will allow us to push this in and clear that bit. There we go. So that goes in, and then we push this in, and that's as easy as that to get that fitted. Okay, so we got the part in. Let's put the ignition on and see if it clears the faults. It probably won't. Nope, there it is. It is still there. And the reason for that is because we've still got the crash data in there, so we need to clear that next. So let me do a quick VCDS scan, and then we'll take a look at it on the screen. Okay, so on screen now you can see me with VCDS, and what we're going to do now is we're going to clear the codes. Okay, so we've got 4 faults. So we should be able to clear at least 2 of those. So we've got the shutdown, as you can see there. We're going to clear the codes now, and then we'll see what we've got left. So hopefully we should have 2. So we start the session, and there you go. So it's cleared the disconnect code that we had, and I'm going to put that on screen right now, and that's the code that we had initially. So let's just clear this again and see what happens. And again, we'll restart the session, and we can definitely see 2 codes. Right, so now what we need to do is go into basic settings to see if we can now adjust that figure. Okay, so by going into basic settings, what we're going to do, we do need a security code, but I don't know the security code. Let's just try to remember what it is. I got it written down somewhere, but we're just going to basic settings for now, and in here what we should see is a reset code button, or reset or reverse. We're looking for a reverse shutdown system, and as you can see, it is not there. We do not have a reverse shutdown. So that presents a bit of a problem here, because VCDS will not shut down or not reverse the shutdown. Without that, we cannot get the car started. So you can see the kind of roller coaster of emotions that we're going through now. So we fixed one problem, but now we hit a roadblock with the other, and the system or the solution that I figured would be able to help, which is VCDS, doesn't have the module in to be able to fix this issue. So what I did was did some more research, and the solution to the problem seems to be to use OBDIS, which is the Audi Volkswagen system. It's the online system, and that seems to be the only way to fix it. And then I came across this interesting post. So looking at the screen now, you'll see this article, and it actually isn't anything to do with a Golf GTE. It's a A3 e-tron, but the A3 e-tron uses the same platform as the GTE. It has a 1.4 litre engine, and the same hybrid system. So looking at this post, I then came across this chap here, who had exactly the same error as what I had. He was able to use OBDeleven Pro, and on there it has a reset reversible shutdown. So I thought, hang on, I've got OBDeleven, so let's go and take a look and see if we can get this fixed with that. So this is the big moment now. So we've got our OBDeleven, so we're going to plug him in. Let's get him plugged in. Okay, so he's plugged in, and what we need to do is we need to get OBDeleven. I haven't used this phone in a long time. In fact, I don't use it at all. I just use it strictly for OBDeleven. So let's do that now. We'll put the key in the ignition, and we're going to connect him to the car. Here we go, OBDeleven, and he should be able to connect up to the car. And while he's doing that, I'm going to put this camera on the dashboard. Right, so I'm going to now just flick my screen on, and then you're going to see exactly what I'm looking at now. So here is all the control units, and we're going to flick our way down to control unit 8C. So that is the module. So we're going to load the data up. Takes a little while. And then once it's loaded up, what we're then going to do is we'll then do the reset, and then hopefully that should work. And if that works, hopefully the car will then start, and then we can then see if we can get it moving. And that's the main thing. Get it moving. So what I want to do is do 2 tests. I want to make sure that the electric motor is working, so the car moves, and then we want to see if we can get the hybrid solution started. So we want to go to basic settings, and then what we want to do is, and there it is, reversible reset, reversible shutdown. So we're going to click on that. See, that setting is not in VCDS, but it is in here, which is great. So let's see what that does. Okay, so we're going to click on that. And hopefully that will work. So it's doing something, it's loading it. Come on, you can do this. Okay, let's enter a code. And the code is 20103. Okay. Okay. Now, I've seen that error before, but I'm not really worried about that because that does come up. So let's just take a look and see if that has gone green. So we've got, let's have a look at the faults. So let's see if we can clear that. Okay, right, so let's do that again. It seems to clear the faults. Let's just do a reset again. Okay, nothing's come up. So let's just go out of the module. Let's go in again, fault codes. And there's nothing in there. So hopefully if we go out of this control module, it should be green. And yes, it is. Right. So it's done it. Right. So let's see if the car starts. I'm going to swing the camera around to the front now and we'll see if the car starts. Oh, I'm really nervous now. Right, okay, so we're looking at the screen now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of E mode, and that should bring the memory. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to say battery charge, and I'm going to press the accelerator on. If you press the accelerator on, the engine should start. Let's see. Okay, depress the brake to start. And she starts. Oh my goodness. That's actually worked. Right. Okay. Alright, calm down, Paul. Let's put her into gear. Let's see if she moves. So we're in gear. I'm just going to drop the window because it's pretty hot in here. Yep. Look, we're moving. We are definitely moving. It's running. Let's go back. That's just the brakes, the rusty brakes. But it is working. The car is running. Right, okay. Right, so that's good. Now let's run the car in electric mode. That's the big thing. Will it run in electric mode? So same thing. Now we've got to start the car regardless, so we're going to turn ignition on and start. Okay. Replace battery. Yeah, we're fine with that for now. Alright, let's stick the car into drive. Release the handbrake. And let's see if we move in electric mode. There you go. That is on pure electric. Look at that. Yeah, those brakes are really rusty, but she is running. Oh, mate, that is fantastic. That is really fantastic. So, not only do we have a car, a hybrid car that actually works, but more importantly, we've got a petrol engine that works as well. So the drivetrain is all working really well. So I'm really pleased with that. What do you think of that wheel? Yeah, the wing, that's the new wing that I've got. It's not fitted in, it's just rested in place, but Look at the lines. It's not bad, eh? Does need some adjustment though. But anyway, more importantly, the car runs. So that's a major relief, because everything else is just cosmetic. Whereas if we can't get the engine to work, then this just becomes a massive, big, heavy lead weight, or lead lithium ion weight, if that makes sense. Right, okay. So my main fear has been resolved. We've got the car running, both the electric motor and the petrol engine is running, and that's a massive relief. And to the Volkswagen dealer who was being really awkward, I've got one thing to say to you, and that is this.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
So there you go. And it wasn't the dealership, it wasn't Volkswagen, sorry. I'm sure if I'd have gone to Volkswagen, they would be fine. Whether the dealer interpret the instructions the way they did, it is what it is, but we've got it fixed, and that's the main thing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We will see you next week on the next one, but don't forget to subscribe for more antics and more progress on this vehicle, because next week we'll be taking this vehicle to the next stage. So we're going to be repairing a door and hopefully get all the front end sorted as well. That's the plan. So we're making some real fast progress on this car, but of course we've still got that seal to be resolved. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Let's see how we get on. So in the meantime, again, subscribe and click on that bell notification so you're notified whenever we release a new video, and we will see you next week.